Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Valagar Aloevain. Alright, so we just finished up our Black Lock, and now we're on to our next part. So we're back here at Taggart, talking to him to get the next part of the quest. Alright, which he's stating is the Island Assault. Or rather, that's the part of the Sentinels of Stormreach chain. So this one here is located more towards the southern part of House Deneath. It's by Galton here, or it is bestowed by Galton here, which is just behind the Hammersmiths Inn. If you see the map here, it's kind of in the southwestern corner of House Deneath. Alright, and the quest is called Storm the Beaches here. And it looks like our hireling has expired, so let's just pop another one here. Alright, so this quest is a little bit different. As you see, we're starting here just in a small room, and we have 3 people here. Now, we gotta be careful when we do talk to the captain. Just going through that, where it says choose your deployment zone. You can choose, I'll go to the warship and it'll port you right to the warship right away. However, the easier path, the one that a lot of people take, is to choose the Spy Master. He puts you on a side passage. And you'll see exactly where. So this is where the Spy Master puts you. Um, one of them will put you on the ship here. So I mean, you can swim all the way over here to head that way. And then another one puts you on the ship over there, right in the middle of combat, right in the middle of everything. So like I said, I like this one here, and a lot of people like the Spy Master route. As it, I don't know, I find it easier. It brings you right into the heart of it, and you can actually go through this quest fairly simple and fairly quickly by choosing this route. The downside is there are these wild men, and there are a lot of them. Along the way there. So. We're just gonna kind of cut them down as we make our way up and around. They kind of hurt. Let's not get hit by them. I like how the hireling is healing the turret instead of me. The turret, if it dies, I can cast another one. Alright, so we do have a set of shrines right here, so if I had died, I do have some sort of a resurrection right there. Other than that, we need to continue heading upwards again, as we're almost there. So here we are at the top. We just gotta head just around the corner, and we actually are able to shoot downwards into their camp. But I do want to point out that they will have endlessly spawning enemies coming from this direction here. So while you are up top here shooting down on the bad guys, you are going to have enemies coming up behind you and attacking. So if you're with people, it's good to have someone watching your back. As those two wolves are gonna, again, constantly respawn. And you don't have to stay up here long. Shaman. In fact, I generally never stay up here too long for the fact that they constantly respawn. I stay up here just long enough to basically take out the guys at the very, very top. Once they're down, I can hop down here a little bit safer. Alright, so this earth elemental that's in the cage, you can actually shoot this lever and release him. Now, one thing I want to point out is this earth elemental, he'll wildly attack. So anyone that's up here, he will attack. This includes the enemies as well, so he can actually serve as a distraction. This chest here, though you can pick the chest, once you kill all the enemies up here, it also unlocks. So if you walk up to it and you find it's locked, it means somewhere up top here, there is a hidden enemy still. From here, you want to make your way down the ramp. And there actually should be a trap box right there at the bottom. And only the enemies can actually open up that gate. But it's not hard, as you see as he approached, he opened it up. Another way to open that up there is to just walk towards the edge and simply just shoot somebody. They'll run through and open up the gate there for you. Alright, so from this position up top here, how it's stating to demolish all the ballistas, you can actually see most of them. So we have one here. We're going to have one here. Ooh, can I get them before they walk down the... No, I cannot. If you look at down there, we have two circles. We can actually, though we can't see them, like the ballistas themselves, we can actually shoot them, and if you look in our bottom right hand corner, you will notice that it was showing, there's a guy there, you'll notice that it was showing that it is hitting a ballista. So though we can't see it, we can still shoot it. Alright. So it looks like we drew some attention here. A lot of attention, actually. So yeah, as those guys, like if you hit them, as they're running around and making their way towards you, anybody they run past, they're going to get the aggression of. So just keep that in mind when you are shooting people, that you're gonna eventually pull a large, or possibly a large group to yourself. Including some casters. Now that orange named enemy that we had killed, he actually has a chest up top here, right near the shrines. that we will be stopping to get there. Just gonna... Alright, so we have another on this side that we can actually just stop and shoot. Another ballista, that is. As well, we can see 3 more there. Again, we can't actually see them to target them. However, if we hover over top of where the circles, we can just fire off the shots and destroy them. So our shots are actually going to go farther than we can see. We just got to find that part that hits them there. Somebody's still shooting at me. It's probably one of the guards down by these ballistas. The other option is, if you can't see that far to shoot, as you don't have like your distance turned up that far, you can come down to this part here, like just down the ramp here. One, you got your chest here. So I'm gonna actually stop to open that up. But you'll also be able to better see the ballistas that were down here, as well as better see the ballistas that were down there. And for those ones, you might need to just hop down to here. Oh, and there's that archer that was shooting me. There's a few of them. And you can shoot them from here. Now, of course, you can, you know, continue to kill. As you see, there are optionals to kill all the pirates. If you choose to do so, you will need to make your way towards the ship, as there won't be enough enemies up top here. As you see, we need another 34 enemies killed for that. Once you've made your way all the way to the top, now there are several paths inside to destroy the dimensional anchor. The one I prefer is actually located right here, so where these wooden ramps are. So it's halfway between the very, very top where we came in and the shrines. Just here a little bit south. Right here is the door that I prefer to use myself. And we're just going to hop on inside there. Now, it does have a locked gate, so we can unlock this lever. However, if you approach the lever like the door directly, this enemy will kind of spot you and open it up there. Once inside, there are 3 enemies: 1 hobgoblin, 1 kobold, and 1 minotaur. Once all 3 of them are dead, it does open our second door there. From here, we just want to proceed down the hall. Ooh, 60. Nice. And into this final room. Now, this final room will have Captain Grimm. Captain Grimm is a red named enemy, so any effect that, like crowd control effect or anything like that, obviously will not work on him. Once he is once he starts getting damaged, rather, it's gonna start opening up. Ooh, got a bit of lag. It's gonna start opening up these paths here, or it should, that do have some additional enemies and troops for him to assist him. And of course, you can continue heading down there. However, the thing we need to destroy to complete is just this dimensional anchor. We can access that by pulling our lever. there we are. Once it's destroyed, it's supposed to open this gate here. Truthfully, I don't know the exact specifics on this gate. Sometimes I've gotten this gate to open up before I've killed Grim or not before I've killed Grim, before I've opened and destroyed the dimensional anchor. There are times when I've killed the dimensional anchor and Grim, and I've still haven't gotten that door to open. So I'm honestly not sure what exactly the specifics are on getting that door to open. But generally speaking, about 9 times out of 10, once you destroy the dimensional anchor, the door opens. Alright, so in here, as you can see, we have a whole bunch of traps. These traps do not actually go off until you open the chest. Now, of course, you can disable it, which I will do here. However, if you don't have access to a trapper, don't worry. If you're standing on this little cot or bed or whatever it is, you can open the chest and you are far enough away from the traps where you will not get hit. And that is this quest. Now again, you can feel free to explore around a little bit more. Like I said, there are two additional entrances into this Captain Grimm's lair here. One being all the way down in the water here. Which does have a couple of water elementals, as well as a shrine. So there is a shrine inside. This one here will pop you out just outside at the bottom here, inside of the water. But the reason I don't, generally prefer these paths, as we can make our way in and sneak past and do all that, we still then have to destroy the ballistas. And though on heroic, the ballistas, they are kind of just an object to see. On epic, this is where it gets a little bit more difficult. These ballistas will actually turn and fire upon you. And they hurt like you would imagine a siege weapon to hurt versus, a player. So they can be very, very deadly. And they only fire upon once hit themselves. As well as in epics, they also have somebody manning the ballistas. So if you kill the guy manning the ballista, obviously then the ballista can't fire. So it's you got to kind of pick and choose your target. Either choose to target the ballista and take it out as fast as possible, or target the guy manning the ballista and take him out as fast as possible, and then, shoot the ballista once it's not manned. The problem is, of course, people will constantly run at the ballista to try and man it to get it going, so you will have to clear the area before you try to kill the guy manning the ballista, or they're just going to keep manning the ballista. Personally, on those ones, like, I'll hide around the corner, I'll wait for it to fire, which, as a heads up, they also fire very rapidly. Which, you know what, we'll get to later on as we will hit up that quest. So once we've turned in our guy at the bottom there and turned in here, all that's left is our last one, which we will get to in the next video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Have a good one all.